Hello and welcome back to the channel. I am Miss Bo, and today we are going to go over the PAW-fect Romance Star Path. We'll go over all the rewards and anything that I feel like you guys should know about it in a review, and I want to hear your thoughts about the Star Path down below in the comments. Starting off with the reward page, to my knowledge, this is the first Star Path ever to give us villager dream styles on the first page of rewards. So that is interesting. That is new this year in the reward section. In the bonus rewards, we don't have any color reskins. They are all new items. I am counting this sign as completely new because this is actually a furniture item. You cannot change that sign. Versus we have it on page 4 as a touch of magic item. That is not the same thing, considering that this cannot be in Dream Snaps ever. Let's start off with seeing how expensive everything is at Scrooge's store. You can go to all and you can filter it if you go all the way to the bottom just to see the Star Path items. The Tony sign is 8,000. The Carriage is 10,000, 8,000 piano. These steam vents I think are the best item to come out of this Star Path. The flower shop front, the horse hitching post, the basic ironwork sign, the vintage water tower, the clothesline, the telephone pole, the worn brick road with border, Radcliffe wedding stained glass window, DeVille rotary phone, night tree with lanterns, Rosy Flower, and Romance and Roses Archway. We have other items in the Star Path underneath motifs and clothing items. A little tip about these Star Path items from Scrooge's right now. You can buy the pathing with Scrooge for only 10 Scrooge coins. I already met my daily order limit, trying to get as many as we can for this pathing. I'll work on the one with the border tomorrow, and I recommend you do the same thing in case this is a glitch or bug or mistake before they hotfix it. Let's review all the items starting here in camera mode so we can go over the handheld attachment as well as the puppy. The puppy is a reskin, Lucky, and they added the neck collar and the wings. I'm fine with reskins as long as they're in Star Path, so I'm fine with this. I wish there was a different pose, or I don't know, maybe not just a brown dog. I don't know, a little something more. He's cute, but I don't think I'll use him over any of the other dogs in the game. The handheld piece is supposed to be like a dog portable crate or cage to take with them. There's only that detail in the front that it's a door. I almost wish it was like the Fox backpack and we could see an animal in there, just so it would make more sense. But I guess they wanted it to look like a suitcase or bag from the back, and that's why there is no door or gate on this side of it. So it can be useful in that way. I don't really have an opinion on it. It's for me right now. I wanted to show on the Touch of Magic banner here all the different motifs that we can use on Touch of Magic furniture. Touch of Magic has two parts. There's Touch of Magic motifs that can be on furniture, and then some motifs that are only in camera mode. Okay, I'm gonna take this picture so we can see the motifs that are only in camera mode. We can use the newspaper, but I do feel like it's limited because you can't make it so large. So this would have to be very intentional to be used, I think. We have the paw prints, which we will be able to use in a few Dream Snaps. I wish you could always make things smaller, but we can't with Touch of Magic. I think this one's going to be cool for different effects with the music note lines. I think that'll be fun. Then we have the currency that is for the Star Path, and then the Star Path's motif. My Star Path is finished, so these are the only 5 motifs that you can use from the Star Path in Dream Snaps in photo mode. What is on the white banner over here is the Star Path motifs that you can use in Touch of Magic furniture. I can't wait to see what some of you do in the Touch of Magic community because you guys are so creative over there. I cannot do that. The closest I get with Motifs is the photo mode. Now, this is the DeVille rotary phone. It has a interaction button and it will go crazy. It reminds me of Oswald's alarm clocks from the DLC. It also will not stop ringing and animating until you interact with it again. These are the Flowerbeds from the Star Path. There's mixed reviews on it. I wish the soil was a different color, and it did have a hidden feature of the soil changing color if you rotated it, but it seems like they're already working on it and hot fixing it, so I don't think that's going to last for long. I love the banner, and I think it's going to be so cute to put outside Tony's restaurant. This Touch of Magic banner, like I said, I'm not really a Touch of Magic person, so I can't wait to see what you guys do with it, but I feel like it's an upgrade than just the normal white picket sign that we can put symbols on. It'll be nice to see in modern city builds, I think. I have the pathing below this whole build, the no border and the border. I like that the no border has a fade to it instead of a harsh line. I think these are going to be the most popular pathing for a lot of future builds. So kudos to that being in the Star Path. Now this pathing does not get removed by any of the Star Path items. All of the outdoor Star Path items can be on the pathing and not remove it whatsoever. I think that's a real upgrade that a lot of people are not talking about, because that means they are genuinely trying to develop better content even for the Star Path. This archway is a Gather Villagers archway, which I love to see. I love more interacting furniture. We are getting a lot, but I think the framing of the Gather Villagers is better than a lot of other Gather Villager furniture we've had before. This outfit is not all Star Path items. However, this backpack, the accordion backpack, is part of the Star Path. I'm just on theme being Tony's waiter. But let's go inside of Tony's and I will show you all of the other clothing and indoor items. In this Star Path, we got two different wallpapers. This is the blue and the pink Edwardian wallpapers. And then we have this carpet. I believe it's also called Edwardian carpet. And we have 5 full different looks, plus the backpack that is on my avatar right now. These are all 5 different clothing looks. I'm going to walk behind it so you can see all of them. And then the only indoor item that we got was this Radcliffe stained glass window. Sure, some of those items can be indoors that I have outside, but that's the only one that has to be indoors. Out of all these clothing items, I want to say the Aristocrat outfit is probably the best. I do feel like the Flaversham is maybe the most used because it's the most modern. The Great Mouse Detective outfit, it's actually only really a coat, so I had to put pants underneath it. It looks like a mini dress, but not as well as other clothing that we've gotten away with that before. But I also think the Jim Deere and Darlene outfits are just so cute, and I love that it's a couple and paired together and it just fits each other's vibes. I can see the Great Mouse Detective outfit being used in a lot of Dream Snaps though, so I feel like this is a well-rounded clothing options that we got this Star Path. Back outside we have the Clothesline. I do like it. I like it visually. My only problem is that they made the clips and the rope 3D, but not the clothing. And I wish there was a little more oomph to it. Wouldn't it have been nice if it like moved slightly like it was in the wind? The water tower, you can't walk underneath it. Let me move this clothesline so we can get back there. You can't walk underneath it. I don't think you should anyways, but it would have been neat for better camera poses maybe to frame it up that way. The telephone pole is similar wood texture to the water tower, so maybe people will get creative with builds with both of them. But I love that we have more modern furniture to be used in city builds. So I'm looking forward to that. I did finish the star path, but just had to exchange some moonstones for coins to show you guys everything. So I got Tony's restaurant. I love it. This is such a modern building that is going to be used in so many dream snaps. Look at the fire escape. Like, I love that. We're going to use that all the time. And then the brick wall is just so clean. And the green windows, I can see it being used all the time. You don't have to just use it for its front value, but I also think that's great. The Aristocrat furniture is also pretty neat. So we have the piano and you can interact with it. There's some music and it's really nice. I can't show you guys because I'm streaming it and I don't want copyright from Disney, but it's really cute. You have to interact with it to turn it off. The horse pick, I feel like is pointless because it's not like we can actually tie a horse to it, but you can pose it for your dream snap, put a horse here and then the carriage and then have the horse pick. The carriage has amazing quality on it with the light reflection bouncing off of it. It's really nice. I like seeing the texture. You can really see it of the hood of this carriage. It's really neat. The tree with the lanterns is what I was expecting to be my favorite item out of the star path, but you can't interact with it. It is only available when you change the day of time, which I'll show at the end. The flower shop front, you can walk in the flower shop front, and I think it's pretty neat, and there's some counter space that you can use to put decor items there, and I think it'll be great for any spring dream snaps. This steam vent is the real star of the show. You can interact with it and have this steam coming up on you, and I can see it being used for different type of dream snaps. Look at this. I'm in a cloud of smoke. If you line up a few of them, maybe you can make it look like it's foggy as your foreground, or maybe you're coming out of a volcano. Like, who knows? Get creative with it. But I think that is the best item that came out of the star path. I believe you can turn it on with the interact. Yeah, so it just restarted. And so it'll keep going for you to get the right shot. It does have a really long time loop though, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem if you do have to turn it back on during your dream snap challenges. But otherwise, I think it's going to be a great effect. Let's see, it's almost done activating. And so it just keeps going. I put together this chart so we could do a full year of star path comparisons. Obviously, we just entered 2026, so I have no other star paths to compare it to yet. But I thought it would be nice to break down the numbers and see exactly what this star path gave us. We had 1 accessory, 2 dream styles, 12 clothing, 1 companion, 0 face or makeup, 2 indoor floor or wallpapers, 2 outdoor pathing, 14 and 1 touch of magic furniture item, 0 hairstyles, 1 house skin, 6 motifs, 0 photo frames, and 6 moonstone packs. I also put the prediction for the next star path because they were able to tell us that this star path would last for 54 days. That would end on April 6th. Give or take a day or two for them to end the star path so people could exchange all the currency to moonstones. I am predicting that the Pocahontas update would be coming April 8th and possibly another 54-day star path. That is not confirmed, that is a prediction. But looking at the numbers for this star path, I love seeing that clothing and furniture has the highest quantity for their categories. I feel like that is fair. I don't like seeing that motifs is the next highest following that. I feel like motifs should always be 0, 1, or 2. And we have many 0 categories that could have been evened out, and we could have gotten a little more creative to make sure that we have a variety during every star path. 6 motifs, only 5 of them can be in dream snaps, and 1 is for furniture. That's the heart shape with Jim Deere and Elizabeth Darling. I don't think there should be that many motifs. We finally are getting clothing items, just for motifs to still be about half of the clothing items. Wouldn't it have been nice if we had some type of face or makeup so we could like maybe look like a dog? That would have been cool. We have a lot of cat clothing items, and it would be nice if we had more dog features or effects. We did get the snout through the storyline, but otherwise, I think it would be cool if we had some face or makeup to go along with that. And same with the hairstyle. I thought it would have been really cute if like they gave us like ladies' ears as like a hairstyle. It looks like ponytails, and we would be able to go with that. Just an idea. There is no point in us keep getting more motifs if they limit us to only 5 individual motifs during a dream snap, and you can't even repeat the same style. And then the motifs are about half of the selection anyways, because the rest of the motifs are for Touch of Magic furniture. Touch of Magic has 2 parts. There's Touch of Magic motifs that can be on furniture, and then some motifs that are only in camera mode. We really need to stop getting so many motifs in Star Paths. We pay for it with our moonstones, and I don't know why we are getting too high of a number of motifs. It would be nice if it was more well balanced, but I love that we're getting furniture and clothing. Those numbers need to stay the same. I feel like they could almost add a whole nother page of rewards to future Star Paths. A lot of people have an opinion about the Mickey and Minnie dream styles. I do feel like they are cute dream styles, and I feel like Mickey's is more versatile for future dream snaps. Minnie's, I'm sorry, but all they did was change circle polka dots to hearts, and it doesn't even really stand out or is noticeable. So I don't know how much I'm gonna have Minnie in that dream style. It's almost as similar as her default. This is a Valentine's forward star path. They could have given us dream styles for characters that are couples that are in the valley that have never had a dream style yet. And that is just my opinion, and I'm hopeful for the future Star Paths and the variety of dream styles. I believe Mickey and Minnie are up to 5 or 6 themselves, and I think we should cap it there. And it's really unfortunate that they're doing it with random styles, because we still don't even have Mickey's sorcerer outfit, and that's so iconic and noticeable and not necessarily just creative. I feel like they could get creative on other characters' dream styles who maybe didn't have multiple outfits in their franchise. Just a thought, just an idea. I love that there was a consistent Moonstone pack on every single page. That has to be there, especially the way they're going with the premium shop. I think that's great that they've kept that up, and I hope that will be consistent for future Star Paths this year. But yeah, I feel like the only category that could have done better was the motifs being lower and having that spread out more between photo frames, hairstyles, and face and makeup. At this time of me recording this, GameLoft has already leaked for DDV with dog paw prints, and that could have easily been in the Star Path instead of being a community code. Looking at this chart here for the numbers of quantity and looking at the quality of all the items, I'm going to give this Star Path a review of 6 or 7 on a scale of 10. There's some good items. Some of those furniture items interact or gather villagers or have effects, so those are awesome. The Touch of Magic piece is actually unique and can upgrade to the basic signpost that's at the crafting table. So for once it was a useful Touch of Magic item added, but I feel like it could be better, or maybe there could have been better quality things added to some of these clothing and furniture pieces. And so I think a 6 or 7 is a decent way to go or to start 2026. And that is the Star Path review of all the rewards. As you can see, the lanterns are on now in the back. The Tony's restaurant lights up beautifully when it's sunset. I am just surprised how little there is this Star Path. As you can see, there's a lot more Touch of Magic items, and usually the community is not happy when there's more motifs than furniture items. I feel like motifs should always be in the minority of the Star Path, not the majority. We need more items and we need more clothing, and I just feel like it could be better. There's some good items. There's 3 furniture items that we can interact with, and that be good effects. The piano, the steam vent, and the telephone. The Archway can gather village, but then the rest of it is just eh. The telephone poles would have been cool if they actually had phone lines hanging from them. If they gave us pathing, I wish they would also give us fencing or unique foliage. There's just more they could have done, in my opinion. I think maybe Gameloft got overwhelmed with this update. It was a realm. They needed to make sure stuff came to Scrooge's store. There was a new event they decided to pair with this. And I think that's why the Star Path, good, but eh. I am sure we're going to get better Star Paths this year. That's why I'm giving it a 6 or 7, room for better ones. But I do think there's good quality items that will get used. Once again, I think it was just more about the quantity was a little lackluster, but there is some really good quality items that could have still done better in quality at the same time. So for the first Star Path of 2026, on a ranking of 1 to 10, I want to give this a 6 or 7. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below what review you would give this Star Path.